What's good, y'all? This is day one of making an acrylic pour birdhouse. Follow me. So I'm thinking this birdhouse is gonna look like a tree. So let's start with the top of it. Now, the base. Now we're gonna connect the top and the base. So for color, I'm thinking the top portion is going to look like leaves. Alright, so this middle portion we're going to make just look like the bark of a tree. Okay, in the base, I'm going to make it look like grass. Good old fescue. Now we need a place for the birds to enter. Alright, so that's it for day one of making a birdhouse. I'll see y'all for day two when we start cutting out all the wood pieces. Catch y'all later. What's up, y'all? Today is day two of making an acrylic pour birdhouse, so follow me. This plank of wood is about 5.5 inches wide or long this way, so I'm going to cut about 5.5 inches this way. Time to put in your glasses, some gloves, and let's get to cutting. So for these next two pieces, I'm going to add about 1.5 inches, so we'll have 7 inches total. Okay, so we're going to need another piece that's about 7 inches long, so I'm just going to use this one to measure it. Okay, and now I just want to connect the top and the base, and I think I'm going to use this leftover wood I have here, thinking about 5 inches. Actually, let's do 7. Good enough. Alright, so this is what we got without adding any nails or doing any sanding, no paint. I think it's coming along. So in the next video, we're going to do some sanding. We're going to put it together and we'll go from there. I'll see y'all in the next one. What's up, y'all? Today is day 3 of making an acrylic pour birdhouse. So follow me. Okay, so we're going to take out our sandpaper. Then I'm just going to measure it based on the length of the sander itself, make some cuts, and then put it in. Okay, so I'm just going to start with this long piece here. So the sides of this are already pretty smooth, so I'm mostly just going to work on the ends and the edges. Safety first. Next, we're going to move to the flat pieces. And that's all, folks. Alright, so that's it for day 3. On day 4, I'm going to show you how I cut a hole in the middle so the birds can come in. And we're going to assemble it. I'll see you then. What's good, y'all? Today is day 4 of making an acrylic pour birdhouse. So follow me. Alright, so first what I like to do is I like to draw a line from corner to corner. And then that kind of lets me know exactly where the center is on the piece of wood. Then I'm going to use this tape right here to draw my circle. Alright, then we're just going to use a little drill bit here to just kind of drill holes around the circle until it kind of starts to open up on its own. Alright, so it looks a little ragged, so I'm just going to use this Dremel right here and then just kind of smooth the insides and the outside so the birds have a nice, safe way to enter the birdhouse. Okay, as you can see, I drew 2 lines to find the center here and for the longer piece. Screw it in, and there you go. Alright, so here's all the pieces of the wood that we cut out the other day, and we have nice and sanded. So notice I put some labels on there. That's just so I can keep track of which side goes with which. Alright, so now it's time to assemble. So I'm just going to put together the base, the sides, and the top. Alright, so now time to attach the base to the top. Alright, so we're just going to finish up with this hinge, a closure, and a hook. Alright, so in the next video, on day 5, we're going to do the fun part. We're going to do some painting. So I'll see y'all then. What's good, y'all? Today is the 5th day of making an acrylic pour birdhouse. So follow me. Alright, so today we're just going to be painting the base. So for the bottom piece, I'm thinking a deep green. For the middle, a dark brown. And then for this top piece, deep green again. So here's that deep green and the dark brown. Let's get to painting. Alright, so the green's all done, and the brown is done. Alright, so that's it for day 5. On day 6, I'm gonna add some details to make that grass and bark really stand out. I'll see y'all then. What's good, y'all? Today is the 6th day of making an acrylic pour birdhouse, so follow me. So let's put on our apron, some gloves, and let's get to painting. For the grass, I'm going to use a metallic green and a light green just to add some depth and dimension. And for the bark, I'm going to do a similar concept by using a dark brown and a metallic black. Alright, so here we go. You got the bark and you got the grass. I might do a few touch-ups, but for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so in the next video, I'm gonna do the really fun part. I'm gonna make an acrylic pour for the top portion of the birdhouse and make it look like a tree. See y'all then. What's good, y'all? Today is the 7th day of making an acrylic pour birdhouse, so follow me. I'm going to use this light green, a sap green, a metallic green, and this metallic dark green, and then a little bit of gold. Alright, so for my base, I'm going to start with the sap green, and then I'm going to stretch it out. I'm going to do some dots of light green, some dots of the emerald green, some lines of this metallic dark green, and then some small dots of the gold. Okay, now it's time to wreck it, which just means drawing some lines through it and kind of just going crazy and seeing what I get. Now it's time for the final stretch. Alright, so here's the final result. So now that we got all our pieces painted, in the next video I'm going to assemble it and we'll see how it looks all together. I think it's going to look pretty cool, but we'll find out in the next video. I'll see y'all then. What's good, y'all? Today is the 8th and final day of making an acrylic pour birdhouse, so follow me. So we're going to start by putting all those freshly painted pieces back together again. Okay, so now I want to spray it with a semi-gloss. This is just to give it a nice even sheen throughout and to protect the paint from the elements. But first, let's put on some goggles, a mask, and some gloves. Okay, so just for a quick reminder, this is what we started off with, and this is what we have now. You got the grass, you got the bark, and you have like an artistic take on leaves. It looks pretty cool. Hopefully the birds will enjoy it too. Thank you all for coming with me on this journey. If you're interested in buying this birdhouse, send me an email at archreallycoolmail@gmail.com. I'm thinking that in about a week or two, I'll be starting a whole new birdhouse. I'll see y'all then.